To start off, we wanted to ask you if you could give us a brief on what breast cancer really is, because you've been through it, scientifically, could you please share, how it could be caused and what are its symptoms?
So for me, the best thing is I never had any symptoms, and that is the stage actually we should catch people with breast cancer before the symptoms occur. Because
Mm.
by the time the symptoms occur, it is actually too late. So, what I used to do was to go for something called a pink marathon. It is a marathon to prevent breast cancer, and in that, they give you a coupon for a free mammogram. So I used to do it every year. The previous year I did it, my mammogram was clear. I had no problems. The next year, when I went for the mammogram, they found a small lesion. So then they told me to go for an ultrasound. And to go after the ultrasound, they said you should have a fine needle aspiration cytology. And my lesion was just zero point 0.5 centimeters, which is very small for anyone to have ever felt it. So nowadays, the main, what do you say, impact that we want women to be detected before any symptoms come, because by the time a lump is felt, it is usually a few centimeters, 5 centimeters, 10 centimeters. And by that time, adhesions, and it becomes very difficult to
Mm-hmm.
remove it totally. So in my case, it was a very small lesion, and they suggested there were two options that I had. One was the breast removal. So somehow Angelina Jolie is what struck me. I said, if she can have breast cancer and she can remove both her breasts, she being an actress, I should also do the same. So I
Mm-hmm.
told my surgeon I want him to remove both the breasts. He was shocked. I said, if Angelina Jolie can do it, why can't I? He said, look, your cancer is not so bad. It is not at all genetic for you. I will not do it for you. You can go anywhere if you want it to be done, but I am not doing it for you. And he gave me few months time. You go consult as many people as you want, but I am not going to do it because it's a mutilating surgery which is not needed for you. So I went to Tata, asked them. I mean, I sent my slides, asked them, asked a couple of people, and they said you don't need to. So basically, I was only wondering that I don't need to be coming back again and again for some problem. So then I got one side of the breast removed, and that's called a radical mastectomy. So it is a much major surgery compared to the lesion that I had. It was a very small lesion, but that my surgeon felt I should never come back to the hospital because I was a practicing anesthesiologist. He said, I don't want you coming back for anything. And after that, now 2016, it was detected, 2024. I haven't gone back to the hospital for anything but a routine review, which is yearly. And only this year again I got a shock because in ultrasound they found a small lesion. Again, they did an ultrasound guided biopsy and it came negative. So now talking of the symptoms. So basically, I would want you people to emphasize that a good medical checkup done regularly is very, very important. Instead of waiting, breast examination, self examination, I think is not taking women's life as valuable as it should be. You know, we should value ourselves, we should be healthy, and we should detect something wrong with us before it starts troubling us. We should not ignore our body at all. So, for any lady above 40, I would advise them to go for a mammography. So, the first thing after I got my breast cancer was I rang up all my friends, I rang up all my relatives and told them to go and get a mammography done. So I feel a preventive thing is much more important than something which is treatable. So the symptoms are usually, first thing is detecting a lump. Number two is some discharge from the nipple. Number three is some skin changes. Number four is secondaries, which has by that time the breast cancer has spread too far, and it is a very tough treatment that follows.
That was lovely to hear how you went through that and how you battled it. And I'm really glad to hear that it wasn't very severe. Do you feel as if your journey has changed you in any way? And also, what advice would you share with anyone battling breast cancer, any women battling breast cancer right now?
The first thing that struck me was I'm never going to stand in front of the mirror because I thought it was horrifying to see myself without one side of the breast. But it just took me um, maybe a few days before I accepted my body. And the reason I could accept my body was that I started wearing implants or prostheses. So those prostheses make your body look comfortable in front of others. Yes, I can see the mutilation that I have, but the self confidence and the whenever I go out, I know nobody can detect that I don't have a breast, because I feel one should look good. We should feel good about ourselves, and I feel I should look good till the day I die. And I should not have anybody looking at me and feeling sad for me. Oh, poor thing, she doesn't have a breast. I don't want that. So, the first thing I feel every woman should do is to make sure that they come back to be what they are normal. They should look normal, they should feel normal. I wear a swimming costume, I go for a swim because I have put pockets in my swimming costume that I can put the prosthesis. The option of having even more mutilating surgery is to have an artificial breast implanted, but I didn't want it because by the time it was detected, I was 55 and I didn't feel the necessity to go through that mutilating surgery when I could do with the prosthesis. So I don't see any difference in my lifestyle. I am not inhibited in doing anything. Rather, I mean, this is one incident that I must tell you. I met another lady. She is a practicing judge in another place in Andhra Pradesh. And she was telling me how sad she is because she's had a mastectomy and she doesn't feel comfortable going for work because she feels her body is disfigured. So I asked her why was she not wearing a prosthesis. She said nobody ever advised her. That is one thing very sad I feel about my own profession, that if a surgeon is doing a mutilating surgery like this, his duty is to make the woman feel whole after the surgery. And if he has not advised that lady how to do it, it is very, very sad. So I feel this is one message you should put to the practitioners, that they should be much more compassionate with the patients and they should be able to guide them. So then, uh, I mean, I'll share this with you. She used to put an handkerchief in her bra so that nobody notices it. Then I told her the address of the place where the prosthesis is available. And she was leaving the next day for her city. She ran there, got a prosthesis, and you should have heard the joy in her voice when she rang up the next day to say that she looks so nice and she's not scared of practicing anymore. And she can go for all the social meetings. So that is, I mean, one thing I would advise every lady, that you don't have to feel uncomfortable about your looks. and you should go out to do whatever is possible to be able to make your body look good, because that gives you the confidence.
You seem like you're
Sure.
so positive about your whole journey, and you've helped out so many other people as well. So I just wanted to ask you, since you are a doctor as well, like how did you stay hopeful and positive throughout your entire journey? Like you said that if Angelina Jolie could do it, so could you. So like where did that mindset develop from?
I think that's a mindset my grandmother and my mother have instilled into me, saying that for a woman, it's not enough to be doing household chores. You should be a complete woman. So I will give most of the credit to my grandmother for putting this idea into me, that you are beyond the house, you know. So I will give credit to her for this. And can you believe I went to work when I still had a drain? So I was shocked. My surgeon told me, "You can go for work." I said, "What? I've got a drain and that is going to have collection." You know, his answer was, "Don't you go to work when you menstruate?" I said, "Yeah, I do." So he says, "So this drain is only going to drain some blood every day. Put a pad over there. What do you do when you menstruate? Put a pad. Put a pad there and go for work." So all I did was I told my head of the department, "I have a drain. I'm coming to work with the drain. My surgeon has allowed me to come to work with the drain." And he was fine with it. He said, "If you feel comfortable, I'm fine." I said, "I have no problems. If he tells me if you menstruate and you work, why can't you work with the drain? I will come and work." And then the day I had to go and remove my drain, I told him, "I'm going to get the drain removed." He said, "Fine." So one thing is not to be scared of sharing that you have gone through it. And I feel if you fall ill, you should have enough people to sympathize with you, and that will only happen if you're open about your illness. So it's our duty to make the women in our lives also strong.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you so, so much.